Larsa Pippen has built a reputation that extends far beyond her role as a Real Housewife of Miami. For years, her name has been tied to the NBA, not only because of her marriage to a Hall of Famer, but because of a string of relationships and rumors that kept her firmly in the headlines. To some, she's the league's most notorious jersey chaser. To others, she's a woman carving out her own story in a world that rarely lets her live outside the shadow of basketball. Her story begins in the 1990s with Scottie Pippen, the Chicago Bulls legend who helped define an era of dominance alongside Michael Jordan. Their romance started in the midst of the Bulls dynasty, and in 1997 they were married, beginning a union that lasted more than 2 decades. Together they had 4 children, Scottie Jr., Preston, Justin, and Sophia, while balancing the demands of NBA stardom and family life. Scottie's career spanned 17 seasons, 6 championships, and a Hall of Fame induction, while Larsa stood beside him as the supportive partner who put her own dreams on hold. She once admitted that in the beginning, she had ambitions of acting, law school, and even modeling, but Scottie didn't want her to pursue those paths. Her life revolved around his career, and while she willingly sacrificed for love, she later acknowledged that she lost herself in the process. After years of separations and reconciliations, the marriage finally ended in 2021, marking the close of one of basketball's most glamorous unions. But that was far from the end of Larsa's entanglements with the NBA. Soon after, her name was linked to Tristan Thompson, a Canadian forward who became known as much for his off-court relationships as for his 2016 championship with the Cavaliers. According to Larsa, she and Tristan had a brief fling around 2016, just 10 days, and it happened before he famously dated Khloe Kardashian. In fact, she claims she was the one who introduced Tristan to the Kardashian circle, a revelation that later soured her friendship with the family. While the relationship was fleeting, it foreshadowed the controversies that would follow her future romances. Next came Eric Moreland, a lesser-known NBA player who found his way into the league through persistence and grit. He played for several teams and won a championship with the Toronto Raptors in 2019. Larsa and Moreland were seen together in 2018 and 2019, sparking speculation. She later brushed off their connection as casual, saying she only saw him a couple of times and didn't take him seriously. Still, the media listed him among her post-Scottie flings, a reminder of how even small interactions in her world quickly become magnified. The story escalated with Malik Beasley, one of the most controversial chapters in her dating history. In late 2020, photos emerged of Larsa holding hands with Beasley in Miami. The problem? Beasley was still married at the time. His wife, Montana Yarrow, reportedly found out about the relationship from the headlines, and the fallout was immediate. Adding to the scandal was the fact that Beasley would later become a teammate of Larsa's son, Scottie Jr., making an already uncomfortable situation even more awkward. Larsa later called the relationship a mistake, blaming poor judgment, isolation, and even COVID brain for her decision to get involved. After just 4 months, the romance ended in April 2021, but the backlash lingered. If that scandal shook the public, her next relationship left them stunned. In 2022, Larsa was spotted with Marcus Jordan, son of none other than Michael Jordan. At first, she dismissed the rumors, saying they were just friends, but by early 2023, the two confirmed their romance. The connection was almost too surreal. Larsa, the ex-wife of Scottie Pippen, was dating the son of the man Scottie had once partnered with and later feuded with after The Last Dance star. The relationship sparked intense debate, not only because of the 16-year age gap, but because of the history between the Pippen and Jordan families. When Michael Jordan himself was asked if he approved, his blunt no went viral, adding another layer of drama. Still, Larsa defended her love, saying she shouldn't be judged for who she chooses to date. The relationship lasted into 2025 before the two eventually split. Her most recent romance is with Jeff Kobe, a former Columbia University standout who built a career playing internationally. Their relationship began in early 2025 and was confirmed in April of that year when they appeared together on the red carpet. Unlike her previous partners, Kobe didn't have the NBA spotlight, but his basketball roots kept the pattern alive. The two have been public about their connection, even joking about marriage, though they're reportedly taking things slow. Beyond her confirmed relationships, rumors have continued to swirl. Larsa has been linked to Ben Simmons, though she firmly denies ever meeting him, calling the reports nothing more than tabloid fabrication. She was also tied to Chris Humphries after being spotted with him at Coachella, but she insisted their interaction lasted only 3 minutes and was about Scottie, not romance. In her world, even casual encounters become headlines, and Larsa has repeatedly expressed frustration at being painted as someone who seeks out NBA stars. At one point, she sarcastically asked, "Who am I supposed to date? The landscaper?" The truth is, Larsa Pippen's story is bigger than just a list of relationships. It's the story of a woman who spent 20 years as the wife of a legend, only to emerge from that marriage into a world where her every move is scrutinized, criticized, and sensationalized. Her ties to the NBA may never fade, whether through her children, her friendships, or her romances. But through it all, she has remained unapologetic, living her life on her own terms, even if it means enduring constant judgment. From Scottie to Tristan, Malik to Marcus, and now Jeff Kobe, Larsa's life has played out like a dramatic, headline-grabbing saga that straddles the worlds of sports and celebrity. Whether you see her as a woman unfairly judged for her choices or as someone who thrives on the attention, one thing is certain: her story isn't finished. The only question is, will her latest chapter finally bring stability, or will another twist in her NBA-entangled journey be just around the corner? If you've followed this saga, what do you think? Has Larsa been unfairly targeted for simply living her life, or does she lean into the spotlight that comes with dating basketball's biggest names? And do you believe her relationship with Jeff Kobe will last, or is it only a matter of time before another NBA connection dominates the headlines? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that dive deep into the drama at the crossroads of sports and celebrity.